Yeah, let's get our head out of COVID-19 for the time being. Let's get our head well and truly out of that. Let's talk motoring.
On the Chris Smith Show, this is All Things Automotive with Sydney City Lexus and Sydney City Toyota Managing Director John Rocker.
The number's 131873. Any questions on purchasing, financing, servicing, selling? We don't want to value cars, though. That's what we don't want to do, but there's plenty of other questions related to automotive issues. And our automotive expert is John Rocker, dealer principal at Sydney City Lexus and Sydney City Toyota. He's had 38 years in the car industry across many, many different brands. So he'll be able to answer your questions. 131873. Welcome, John.
Good morning, Chris, to you and your listeners.
Now, can we get a traffic report from you? On the way into work this morning, you came across a checkpoint.
Oh, COVID, the gift that keeps on giving. Southern Cross Drive, it was interesting. It was a long queue. It took me about 40 minutes to get through, but when I got to the end of it, I wasn't asked any questions or stopped. So it was quite interesting. Yeah, they seem to be pulling over people that had more than one person in the car and everybody else was sort of let through. So,
okay. Random check, really?
Random, yes. And the police were doing a pretty good job, actually.
Yeah, okay. Good stuff. A quick text message from Angela. Hi, boys. What is the cheapest and best car for a young 22-year-old person?
Wow, okay. If we're
That's a good one. I like it.
That's good. I would probably start with a second-hand car or a used car for if it's a first car.
Yeah.
And I would tend to lean very heavily towards Japanese.
Yeah. So
only because
maybe
of
one of your Toyotas, one of your Toyotas, or
a Toyota Corolla, a Toyota Yaris, really, really popular with that age group, and we can't get enough of those. Hyundai i30, a Mazda 3.
Yeah.
The best-selling car in that category is a Corolla. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Can't beat them.
Yeah, my son, we chipped in, and he's got himself a little Volkswagen Golf.
Great car. My first car was a Volkswagen Golf, Chris.
Was it?
Good car.
Good car. Okay, there you go. There's some ideas for you, Angela, for your 22-year-old. Now, hot off the press, the world's largest car makers, as we just discussed, Volkswagen and Toyota, are joining other car manufacturers by cutting production by 40% in September. So this is COVID-related, obviously.
It is, Chris. It's interesting. Ford has just jumped on the bandwagon as well. Other manufacturers were involved previously, but 40% of Toyota, Volkswagen and Ford is a lot of cars. And it's basically it's an escalation of the issues that we've had with COVID across the world. But cases have really surged in Asia, so it's affecting countries which are basically the factory homes for semiconductors, and we've spoken about this in the past, or the microchips, right? So countries like Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam and Malaysia, heavily affected, and workers simply cannot go to work to make these semiconductors.
Right. So there's an
we had a shortage.
So there's a demand for semiconductors if we were to set up manufacturing right here, right?
Oh, big time, big time. We'd have a zero unemployment rate.
Yeah, very true. All right, Ken from Beverly Hills says, can you ask John if he has any tips on how to keep our car batteries from going flat with the lack of use of our cars these days? I believe idling the vehicle for, say, 10 minutes is of no use. You addressed this last week, but Ken was obviously not listening. You may as well repeat it now for our other listeners.
Yep, Ken's right. 10 minutes won't do it. You can't turn it over in the garage or in the driveway. So I would say a half-hour drive every second day will do the job. If you don't feel like doing that every second day, little trickle charger for $99 at Auto Centre will do the job, Chris.
Yeah, good stuff. Peter in Cowra. Hi, Pete. Go right ahead.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen. Yeah, my daughter, she's 23. She wants to buy a new car. It's pretty hard to test drive one at the moment, obviously. She's trying to pick between I think a 1.5 litre turbo Haval or a Mitsubishi MR, which has actually got a 10-year warranty. Now, with that 10-year warranty, it's maybe a question you can't answer, but within that 10 years, would that cover everything, including the suspension? Obviously, I know it doesn't cover tyres and brake pads and windscreen wipers, but it sounds pretty good, 10 years.
It is, Peter. It's a manufacturer's warranty, so the answer is yes. It won't cover wear and tear, But anything that is reasonable in terms of damage to the vehicle that wasn't caused by the driver or the conditions is covered for the 10 years. So a 10-year warranty is an excellent warranty. It really is.
Yeah, it's certainly the biggest warranty on the market at the moment. It's basically 10 years peace of mind, isn't it? So
it is, absolutely. You've got to consider other things as well. I believe they've got a cap price servicing scheme as well, which is good.
Yeah.
So that's part of that package as well. I think you'd probably be leaning out of those two examples towards that Mitsubishi.
No, okay. I just wasn't sure if the 2-litre Mitsubishi was going to have enough power without having the turbo on it for the size of the car. But I think, 2 litre is probably enough for what my daughter needs. She's not going to be towing anything, so...
Yeah, if you're not towing, I think that car will definitely do the job.
Great stuff. 10-year warranty. Now, a question here from Vicky. I need to get a pink slip in a couple of weeks. A garage is open for this. Is this a reasonable excuse to leave home?
Absolutely, yes. So you can drive to your local mechanic or your dealership to get a pink slip because it does affect your registration, which then affects your insurance. So no problem whatsoever. Book it in, drive straight there, get it done, drive straight back, and you're good to go.
Absolutely. Ian in Redfern, go ahead, Ian.
Yes, good morning, Chris. Good morning, John. I'm the proud owner of a 2019 series all-wheel drive GX Toyota Kluger. Now, the vehicle's only done 28,000 K, and it's a beautiful motor car. I absolutely love it. I love the Toyota product. One problem, I noticed that the coolant was down in the header tank, which is the overflow tank from the radiator. Now, I went to the Toyota dealership at Waterloo, where I get my car serviced about a fortnight ago.
That's my dealership.
Yes, and anyway, I contacted the spare parts people there because I wanted to buy the correct engine coolant for my 2019 series Toyota Kluger. Now, I made the inquiry, and the spare parts guy, I won't name him, said to me that he'd get back to me. Well, this is a fortnight since he's got back to me, and I've resolved the problem myself.
Right. Okay. Well, that's not good.
I want to do the right thing here. I absolutely love my Toyota Kluger, and I want to make sure that it's got the correct type of engine coolant in the radiator and everything.
So why don't we do this for you, rather than mucking you around any further? Why don't we bring the vehicle in? We'll take your number offline, Chris, and I'll make sure we do that for you on your behalf at no charge.
Spot on. Ian from Redfern, stay right online, and we'll make sure that John can contact you today for all of that, which will be very, very handy. Chris, to keep the battery charged when not using the car, disconnect the positive cable on said battery. Well, that's another way to do it, right?
It is, yeah. That's yes and no. It depends on the age of the battery. That could be at risk for an old battery, so it could die.
Okay, all right. That's Cole from St Mary's. The other thing is, when's the new Amarok coming out?
Amarok is late this year. I believe it's November this year.
November.
They're running out the current model now, so the new Amarok is due November this year, and it'll trickle in terms of engine variants, but I believe it's November 2021.
Okay, great stuff. John, thank you very much for your time today. Try and veer around that checkpoint as you go home.
We will. Stay safe for you and your listeners. Thanks, Chris.
Good on you, mate. John Rocker, our motoring segment, Sydney City Lexus and Sydney City Toyota.